There we are. Welcome. Welcome one, welcome all. I am Bridger again. Jumping back into Hearts of Iron 4. It's not a multiplayer game this time. It's just going to be a single-player game. I'm trying to get my feet wet again. Haven't played in, geez, must be 8 months, maybe? Trying to try out the new patch and all the things that go with it. So, I've already worked on getting this started as Italy. I'm going to try to play through without joining the Axis. I'm going to form the Italian zone separate special thing. And my main goals are going to be to try to get control of the Middle East, control of the Balkans, maybe try to get Spain on my side rather than get Spain actually conquered, because there's only so much that Italy can do. If France gets attacked by Germany, I'll try to take my own pieces of it, even if we're not allied. And that way, I'll have an easier time of it, essentially. But of course, the very first thing we must do is invade Ethiopia. So, I'm going to start...
Ordini?
Thusly. We're going to
Si, signore.
support this, so that we get plenty of action happening there. Alright. So this should be done soon. I'm also reorganizing my entire fleet, telling them all to merge, and I'll build a new fleet there later. So the main way that I have found in the past, hopefully it's about the same, to defeat Ethiopia is to essentially push hard for the capital before they have a chance to really do anything. They don't have any equipment. See, it says less than a day. Now it says 42 days. Jeez. 3 in reserve. Well, surrounding this one division didn't seem like it's going to help all that much. Oh, there we go. It's been updated a little bit. 21 days. Once you punch through on one of them, if they retreat here, you can continue the assault. And they won't have enough organization to resist. That's the hope, anyway. Alright, look, everybody made it to the front now, so that's certainly going to help a little bit. Speed this up. 12 days now. And over here, we have all 3 of them hanging up on this one guy here. Oh, there's a counterattack going on over here, eh? That's okay. We're getting some decent support from our close air units. We do start with close air support 1, which is not the worst thing in the world. Now, it is going to take these guys an awful long time to move in and occupy the area. Once we do break through, speeding it up just a little bit here. Gonna force one of them to retreat here in a moment. Oh, they're trying to wrap around here, eh? I haven't seen the Ethiopians do that before. Maybe the AI is getting a little better. This is still going in our favor here. Alright, this is almost done. 2 or 3 more days. And once that's done, the 5 will move up, and this 5 will hit here, and these 4 will hit there. We can't give them the opportunity to allow these guys to rest and recover it all. See, we've got... These guys made an attack that failed. So, in fact, we're going to back off with these guys and have them do a counterattack there. Because this is coming soon. Oh, wow. That got much weaker when we pulled them out, huh? These guys will have to come in and join. Not having the... See, their attack earlier completely weakened them, so now we can come at it from a different direction here. Alright. We're going to win both of these, and as soon as we do, we can counterattack against them.
Formazione!
No, we don't need to do that.
Pronto all'azione! Avanti! Pronto all'azione!
That's going to happen fast. They move somebody else in, but that just means this is going to fall faster.
Forza! Forza!
kind of remember this being a little bit easier. Welcome. Pekika? And Knave the Amazing. Alright, there we go. So we managed to do that. Now we gotta keep them on their toes while hitting these guys.
Andiamo! Avanti!
I mean, this is actually going poorly here because they moved in and changed out their units. These guys are just gonna get really reduced so we can sneak around behind.
Continuate l'attacco.
There we go. We're gonna steal that. Gonna have these guys wait and recover just a bit. There we go. No orders for them, no need. And there's the Spanish Civil War kicking off,
Avanzate!
which is disappointing because it means we're not going to be able to get to our focus necessarily, unless it lasts for a while. That's really early.
Vi respingiamo, signore!
They're already going to go occupy that. These guys are going to get cut off. And they are there.
Pronto, signore!
If we can't support this combat. Oh, nope, it's already done.
Ordini?
No. These guys, I guess, can go
Avanzate!
here and then in.
Pronto! Avanzate! Comandi!
I'm gonna hit these guys before they get a chance to recover.
Pronto, signore!
Alright, we're almost at the capital now.
Pronto, signore!
Let's finish these guys off so they can get out of my way. They don't have anything between me and the capital now. This army
Pronto
can just
all'azione!
move into the capital. They only got a little bit. Okay, there. So let's just wait on this for a moment, because we're almost in the capital.
Attento! Pronto,
This
signore!
army should go here and thence into the capital to get us another angle
Vi
of attack.
respingiamo, signore!
It's going to take them forever to do that,
Formazione.
but, you know, it is what it is. Alright, speed this up a little bit. The counterattack there is about to fail.
Andiamo!
Alright, so that's happening.
Forza, forza!
Farza? There we go. It's almost done. Just gotta walk in now. We believe in you.
Pronto.
You can reach it. There it is. Okay. Turn to take all states. Done. Alright, so now let's pause it for a second, because now we got a choice. We could do Triumph in Africa and then support Nationalist Spain, but that only works if the Spanish Civil War lasts for another 180 days, right? And we gotta send volunteers over there. Maybe we can drag it out on purpose. I mean, it was part of the strategy. We might as well give it a shot. And we were gonna do this anyway, right? You have to do this at some point. But what are we giving up? We're giving up a whole bunch of free civilian factories at the beginning of the game. That is painful. But we can't go down to Spanish-Italian alliance unless we've gotten the ability to support Nationalist Spain. Alright. I'm doing something that may not be very good, but it was the plan. I'm going to stick with it. Okay, we got some free factories here. Let's increase our artillery spending for the next couple. Now we get to reorient ourselves and see what's next on the agenda. We got to bring this whole army home because I really don't want it down here at the moment. There's no reason. I can bring an army down here later if I want to. So we're going to go to the African
Pronto,
theater
signore!
and just put these guys all back in the reserves. There. Yes, we want to reassign everybody there and have everybody assigned to this order. And we'll build some new armies out of those reserves. So, at the moment, I have a few armies. I've got the West Libyan Army, the East Libyan Army, the Reserves Army, and now I have to figure out what I can send to Spain. I guess I want to send my panzers and get my general that's tied to the panzers up. That's actually not the best plan, because what I really need is another general. You can see we're out of generals. So I could use one new general and send him to get him a little experience. Wow, this guy got a nice Mountaineer and Trickster promotion here. I think that's the guy we sent down to Ethiopia. That's fantastic. Love having those. Let's see if we can get another one of those. So we've got a new general. And we're going to see how many Nationalist Spain will let us send volunteers. We can send a maximum of 2. So let's send 1 Panzer and 1
Formazione.
Mountain.
Pronto all'azione.
Alright, and this one will be with our brand new commander, General... what's his name? Ugo Ricotti Magnini. Hello, old scout. Welcome. Alright, so this is the army we're sending over there, and it's a temporary army. I don't really care about the color. So let's tell Spain we're coming. We're here to help. And the guy's name...
Attento.
Jeez, I wish it gave you more information here. What's the name of the army? I named these guys.
Pronto.
Ugo Ricotti. I just figured that out, didn't I? There he is. Alright. So we'll send them over. Spain should accept it. And we just have to hope we can drag this out for another, what is it, 140 days minimum before we get that particular thing. Alright, meanwhile, did our Navy all consolidate? It looks like it did. Almost. We've got these two... oh, they just arrived. And now... oh, they got produced. That's why. Okay. So, let's split off all submarines, shall we? Into our submarine-based fleet. Oh, I gotta do this sub-fleet. We'll give them some kind of a submarine-based... do we have a submarine-based? No, we don't. Well, that's disappointing. Alright, well, let's give it a 2 with a better spotting chance. We want our subs to be able to spot well. That's the plan, anyway. Let's move them out, base them in navies instead, just for now. Then, what's the rest of the Navy there after we move them out? Select this one. We have 81 destroyers, 12 light cruisers, 8 heavy cruisers, and 2 battleships. That's basically one fleet. We could drop off a bunch of destroyers out of that. Hopefully our crappier versions. I mean, we don't have any good versions, so I guess it's whatever it is. Let's drop 30 destroyers out to be convoy escorts. DD escorts. And we'll give them a decent leader. We have 2 3s. So we'll give them one of it. And the other fleet is the Regina Marina. Maria? Regina Marina? Maria? I don't remember. I don't remember how it's supposed to say. We'll give them the 3... or do we want the spotting chance guy? I will give him this guy. Alright, so this is our main fleet. Alright, and any and all new items that pop out, we want all of those to go to the main fleet. And if we need to split it up later, we'll split it up later. But for now, this, except for this subfleet, goes to there. This will go to there as well. Okay. So we're in a much better position for that. Okay, so I think we're ready. Volunteer armies are on their way over. We still have a problem with resources. We don't have enough of these civilian factories yet. We'll get to it. We'll get to it. We're triumphing in Africa first. Meanwhile, we could try to take Yugoslavia early. If we do, then we've got a little bit of an unusual situation. So the peace treaty in Africa still gives negative... ugh, that drives me crazy. Still gives negative world tension, even though we took stuff, which is weird. Sent 2 volunteer divisions to Nationalist Spain. So yeah, somehow it gets to 5% already because Rhineland. Man, the devs really, really hate the Axis low tension strategy, even though it's useless and nobody does use it. That's disappointing. Armament effort over here. So they've already finished the 5-year plan. Let's see, what's Germany doing, obviously. I mean, it's early. You gotta know what they're doing. Reichsautobahn. Yeah, makes sense. Really, I guess the only thing we're going to care about... Look at the shadow scheme happening! Like 4 months in! That's insane! And nationalist Spain didn't even really do it much. I guess it did, but jeez, the British just get so... I mean, this doesn't actually give them anything valuable, right? The civilian and military conversion costs, like, woohoo! But it gives them access to this other stuff. Like their extra research slot, their bonus for industry, and their Royal Ordnance factories. Well, that's actually 20%, but still, the free research slot! Why couldn't we keep it below 5%? Huh, Germany? Why couldn't we do that? Alright, here we are. I think we are over here. Where's our Italian forces? Oh, way back here, huh?
Avanzate!
Now, where do we want to send them? Looks like the fighting is hard. I just want to shore up
Avanzate!
the fascist forces until after we've done what we need to do. So it looks like they're doing fine up here. I just want to make sure this pocket doesn't get closed by the Republicans. Because I need Triumph in Africa to be a thing. Okay, hold on a sec. We've got a brand new research to pick. I think we want mechanical computing because why wouldn't you? It's going to pay for itself very quickly. 3% research speed off of 4 different things going at full speed. That's not bad. Probably pay it off by 1940 and then we're going to make up for it in research speed. It's when you get ahead of time that those stop being super efficient. Alright. So my forces are here. We do want them to be fighting. So let's fight into the mountains here and get a little bit of experience for our general. It's not the best attack, obviously. Alright, so now we have a mountain troop here. Let's gift that to the Alpines. Yeah, we want to assign over here. We have more troops coming back from the front, if I'm not mistaken. Let's give our Navy some actual goals here. So the escorts are going to do what they do best, which is convoy escort here, here. And then our main Navy... I think they're going to do the same thing, but we're going to be doing convoy raiding. No, search and destroy maybe? Formation spread tight. I don't trust our ability to fight the enemies yet, do I? So we're going to do search and destroy here and keep them there. Our convoy escorts, there's nothing we can do about that. The subs, on the other hand, are exclusively going to be in the Eastern Mediterranean. They're going to do convoy raiding. We do have enemies there. Okay, so that's all set. We have to pull back our air forces, because the only air forces we have are way over here. And they're awful, by the way. They are really awful. So where's the rebase command on this new interface? It's got to be somewhere. Reorganize, merge. Like, do I just right-click on something? I think you do. Yeah, there they go. That's the rebase now. You just right-click. Okay. So, anyway, let's go back to this and see what the deal is. We're actually winning that fight now, which is great. Winning a fight is quite advantageous. This general, let's see what he's getting right now. Doesn't show what little progress he's making or anything like that. Let's see that. Huh. Maybe he only gets the progress after a battle is completed? Or at least shows up in the tooltip? Okay. But again... we need to figure out what our next move is going to be. A declaration of war on Yugoslavia probably seems like the right thing to do. I also need to reorganize all my forces here. The mountain forces, well, there's not enough of them in this, obviously. We need to get some more bigger forces. And we don't have any more special support units to put in here, so let's just try adding a few mountains. And what is our width here? 16 is still not enough. Let's add mountains to there. We'll get to 20 with, and then we will add some other things with them later. But for now, at least our mountain divisions are going to be somewhat properly equipped. How's our situation here? Infantry equipment is going to be taken care of in 36 days. That's okay. I mean, we're building crappy light tanks. The only reason I'm still building the crappy light tanks is so that my line doesn't get slowed down. I know the new Hungary focus tree is ridiculous. I'm just not a fan of playing as Hungary. Who cares? It's not my forte. Alright, are these guys all back up? Did they make it? I guess they did.
Pronto, signore.
So let's form a potential invasion force of Yugoslavia. Now, we don't need mountain troops for this. Most of it's not mountainous. We could have a special mountain force here. This only has a 1 naval base, so we could have a small mountain force there. So let's take all of the veteran or regular or better troops. Can't organize by veterans either.
Pronto all'azione. Formazione. Pronto, signore.
Alright, so these are all our veteran troops. We're going to make another one for here. This will be... Balkan Army 1. Do we have a good general for this? This is our specialty trickster guy. But maybe he's the one we want to assign to this, and we just give this over here. So there we go. Meanwhile, did we finish this? We did. He still has skill 0%. Do you not get XP when fighting in wars in volunteer situations? Just gonna give them a nice little offensive line and say, take all this territory, please. Really, it's just to get their planning bonus up. So what we have left, I don't want any of these horses. No, so no horse divisions. No, we're gonna switch them out for regular infantry divisions. And none of these colonial divisions either. We don't need them yet. All right, so there's our triumph in Africa's finished. Let's see if we can't support nationalist Spain in time. Oh, this one's only 30 days. Oh, that's good. We'll definitely have time, I think. That's very good. So where's our construction at? Okay, so machine tools. We need one more factory to be going at full speed, at least on one line. I would like to start getting some synthetic refineries, but damn, they're expensive. They're really expensive. Alright, so we've done this. Now we have to choose concentrated industry, because we just can't take advantage of the dispersed industry. Not as much. Oh, they added the dockyard output to this. That's nice. I did it in my mod, because I was like, why the hell wouldn't it? Or they separated it out in the tooltip, maybe. I'm not sure. Production efficiency retention. No, we're just going to go with concentrated, get as much benefit as we possibly can from our few meager factories.
Ordini.
We're not actually being part of the defense, which is kind of weird.
Avanzate!
Now we're part of the attack. I don't know why we weren't part of the defense force. Alright. So this is going to finish. That's fantastic. And then we immediately need to move over and hit Industrial Effort and Industrial Effort 2. That'll allow us to spend a few more resources on trade and get the things that we need. Specifically oil. We need some more from Venezuela. Let's do that now, actually. It'll speed up all our other production. It'll slow down our factory production, but there's only so much you can do. Alright, these guys have a nice planning bonus. And they're winning pretty handily here. Alright. So yeah, what do we need to support this attack on Yugoslavia? Well, let's take a look at our panzer divisions. Oh, that is awful! What were you thinking? That is... Really? God. This will eventually be my military police thing, but we're gonna ignore that for now. And that's kind of useless. Because if I'm gonna build anything, I'll build it off of this, for the most part. But anyway. Ugh.
Pronto!
Do this. We'll switch this back out. Supported nationalist Spain. There's still somebody that uses that, huh? I bet it's down here.
Comandi! Pronto, signore! Comandi!
Okay, that's probably it. We probably took care of it. Yes, we can delete that stupid division. Now we don't want that. We'll keep the other one for the future.
Pronto, signore! Avanzate!
We can advance that now. We need to get to industrial. Boom, done. Okay. Still feeling really like we don't have nearly enough forces. The fight into Yugoslavia is basically going to be the training round for the fight into France. Should we go after Austria? I don't know. Attract foreign capital? Oh, that's right. Yugoslavia has their own special tree now. I forgot. So that's not helping me because they're not building factories with their bonuses. Maybe they do get some down here? I don't know. Doesn't look like it. Like, please just go over here and develop civilian industry for me, please. Could you just do those? I would appreciate it. Thanks. I don't think so. I think they've only done those 3 down there. Keep an eye on that. Modify government. Okay, we've got an option here. Obviously, we can't go to war economy as much as we'd like to. We're still a little low on that. Limited exports is probably where we want to be. Limited conscription is okay. We don't need any more of that. Let's remind ourselves what Italy has for these guys. We don't care about fascist demagogue. Compassionate gentleman. No, we don't care about that. Political power gained is certainly a possibility. War industrialist increases the speed of construction of military factories and dockyards. That's very good to get at some point, but so is this one about civilian factories and refineries. Lots of good options there. We could also instead get a theorist, which I think is going to be more valuable. I never really see the benefit of getting the extra 3% to us at the very first. Do we want to try to change our doctrine to? Although these guys actually don't have just a general theorist. They have to go for the grand battle plan expert to get the doctrine. That's interesting. So we either have to wait. Ugh. That's a difficult choice. Grand battle plan still gives us some interesting things. Increases entrenchment. Maximum planning is increased. I mean, it's got good stuff. And it doesn't require the production of massive amounts of artillery or panzers to really take advantage of it. I think we're going to stick with Grand Battle Plan for Italy. I'm not sure there's a way to do anything else. To that end, I kind of think the Captain of Industry might not be the worst thing to get. So we're not going to be researching any aircraft at the moment. Industrial concern will do nothing but lower our industrial research time, which we're just about finished with for the moment. So we either save up and get the Grand Battle Plan expert, or we put out the Captain of Industry right now. And I think we're going to wait for the Grand Battle Plan expert. Let's go back to this guy and check him out. He still has 0 skill enhancement. The general doesn't seem to get any benefit from fighting in volunteer battles.
Avanzate!
I'm kind of disappointed by that. But the fascists are clearly winning here. Go Gadget Franco. I do read the chat. Yes, I'm sorry. I've been engrossed, hoping to learn how to play better Hearts of Iron 4. Well, oh, that's good. I did want to get all of my ships upgraded, because if I'm going to be a naval power here in the Mediterranean, turn that into an Italian lake, I really need to get better ships. The Italian Navy starts out with a large number of ships that are very outdated. I'm going to start the Roman faction. Yeah, I'm going to start the Italy First faction. Which is quite a bit harder than joining the Axis and getting help from Germany, for sure. But it seemed like this is a fun thing to do. I really like that they got rid of fighting in the Sahara. God, I hated that. I hated that so much. It's just such a massive pain to try to manipulate. With all the supplies and attrition problems. Alright, hold on. Let's get the newest thing somewhere here. So we're already getting that. Do we want to go here? What's the ahead of time penalty here? It's 150 that gets boosted up by 88% because we're ahead of time. Okay. We could definitely use some more support companies that are beneficial to us here. Especially... Okay, well, there's other things we can get besides... We're going to have one research slot kind of dedicated to doing the naval thing. So we're going to probably consider invading Yugoslavia fairly early. And for that, we're going to need military police to more easily occupy it. Because building them takes a while. But you know what? I think radio is going to be most important to fighting. Now we're building outdated equipment. To that, I think they're referring to, yes, this class, but it's already mostly built, so we're going to ignore that for now. We have 11 dockyards, so once all these other things are completed, they're just going to go down to building that specific battleship. Okay, so that's fine. Get rid of that. Missing equipment production. We need fighters. Oh, geez, we have no fighter production, huh? That's because we haven't researched any fighters. So maybe instead of radio, we get fighter technology. No. We'll get fighters as soon as we finish mechanical computing. Don't let me forget, guys. What kind of ships are the best to use? Well, there's advantages and disadvantages to all of them for all intents and purposes. And it kind of depends on what doctrine you're playing and kind of depends on what you have available. I like to use a more historical kind of mix of many screens plus some light and heavy cruisers plus the bigger capital ships as well. I just enjoy playing that. It fills the right niche in my head. I don't know if it's mathematically the best. This game has so much stuff that if you wanted to mathematically find out what's the perfect division design, the one that does the best, and what's the this and that, a lot of people have tried doing it. A lot of people say the Space Marine division, which is like a ridiculous amount, proportion of artillery and heavy tank destroyer, self-propelled, and all this other stuff with only a few infantry in it is like the god tier division design. Yeah, sure. I mean, but that, I don't know. It just feels shitty to bother with all that math. I like the gut instinct feeling, even if it's not right. Alright, we've got Madrid. Let's see the new war interface, shall we? Current wars. That's not bad. We can see what the war goal is. Right here, and you can see this, they've got little icons here, which is nice. They're showing how much fielded manpower versus losses on each side. That's kind of cool, too. Republic in Spain is close to being done. We only need to grab a few more of the victory locations in this area. And we want our tanks to continue getting some clear experience here, right? We're getting experience from regulars up to etc, etc. Now what are we doing here? Support equipment's falling behind a little bit, but we're doing okay. We're not quite at 250 for our political power. We're looking to do that next. So, Yugoslavia, are you going to be after this? You gonna go over here and maybe do a little industrialization? I would like that. I bet you Austria's doing that. Games of the 11th Olympiad. Maybe I should go after Austria. They're doing construction effort. They're helping us out. They're building factories. Plus, that'll cripple the Germans, and I won't have to worry about that faction. Maybe not as much. I don't know. Man, it's hard to say. I don't know how the new AI responds to all these things. Now, what does these guys have for divisions? Maximum 27-ish divisions. We don't have that many either, so it's not that big of a deal. We're building a bunch of these divisions here. Let's add... Oh, I didn't mean to deploy them. Son of a bitch. I meant to start a second one building. Anyway, this is my army of units that are not at regular status, so I'm going to put them into training. And any new unit that pops out, this is my favorite tip. Any new unit that pops out of here automatically joins my training division. So they will automatically start training, which is great. Now this does obviously mean that you want to come back here, and anybody that gets to regular status, you want to assign them to an army where they can be useful, because if you keep them training when they're at regular, they're just going to be wasting equipment, I think. I think that's how it works.
Attento!
So, I don't mind if this drags on a little bit. It keeps getting these guys some experience. It gets me army experience, which I desperately want to use to fix, like, this ridiculous cluster right here. This is insane. This should not be what it is. Alright, so we got industrial effort, thank God. We're going to get industrial effort 2 to get some more military factories, and then I think we're going to jump straight over to Mare Nostrum to get some naval dockyards. Or research slot. Research slot, then Mare Nostrum, then Army Primacy. Get all of those things done quickly. We're going to get claims on Yugoslavia with another focus. In the meantime, let's build up. What do we have for that?
Pronto all'azione!
Balkan army is currently just infantry, and that's just going to mainly just provide pressure. I'm going to have separate armies that are going to push. Panzer army probably going to go along this river, maybe on the other side of the river, and then a mountain army try to come in from here and cut off the forces that are fighting from that direction. So that's the idea anyway. Now, if they've got one, let's go, where's supply mode? Here it is. They can only be up to 13. So if I take this mountain army, and I have them go here instead, I wonder what we will see. Will they use up all the supply here? I don't think they will. I do want to give them some additional support units beyond probably artillery at this point, like this, to give them some more soft attack. It does lower their organization a little bit, increases their supply use. Yeah, this is actually not bad. As long as we have the artillery for it, which I don't think we do. I think, yeah, we just went deep into debt because of that. So we definitely want artillery to be a focus for the next few military factories that get produced. And we're building one of those right now. And let's see. Look at building another military factory or two right there. Go back here, see what we got.
Formazione! Attento!
Now we don't actually have anything, so let's give them an attack that is
Ordini?
not actually triggered here. What mod am I using? I'm not using any mod to get the art for the battleships. I don't think I'm using any unusual mod. And this is a hypothetical class of heavy battleships. I don't mind the idea of the battle cruisers either, especially if you look at this one and compare it to this. So this is Battleship 2, this is Battle Cruiser 2, which is actually on the 3rd tier. Naval firepower, 21 to 22. Armor is only a little higher here, but look at the production cost difference. It's basically the same ship, but this one costs way less stuff to produce. So I think I'm going to maybe try to get one of these battle cruisers instead. So I'm producing right now a Battleship 2, but they're just so expensive, and we're Italy, and we don't have a lot of extra resources to throw around. So instead of building more battleships, we jump up to the battle cruiser. Because, I mean, if you went to Battleship 3, it makes it even more ridiculous. And the battle cruiser's faster. No doubt about that, too. If we look at speed here, I think evasion goes to 20. Max speed goes from 26 to 32. So the battle cruisers definitely got a lot of advantages there. Alright, back to our goal here. So, we've got quite a lot of regular army units, and here we go. We can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and add them over here to this army. So that's almost full up now.
Si, signore!
One more army will fill that. And anyway, we've got
Attento.
these 14 here. Okay, we can put quite a lot of mountain divisions, our specialty strong divisions over here in this little spot. And use that to cut off the Yugoslavians, which their army right now is not very big. So let's start producing more armies of our own. Man, I don't know that we'll be able to produce more than this. What do we have for those artillery equipment things? That's what we're really far behind on. It'll take a year to do it at the current rate. We're going to increase the rate soon, though. And our oil is still costing us. Let's get some more oil coming in here from Venezuela. We'll give one more factory away. Now our oil is a much smaller part of our problem. Now, how's that affecting our battleship situation? Gonna be finished in a month. That's not awful. And I want more of these destroyers and more of... Oh, I'm still researching light cruisers. So, yeah, there we go. So we want one of these battleships to come out. And we'll do this. So that way, when these two factories finish, they'll go and join building an infinite amount of Destroyer 2s. And we want that to also join our main thing here. And really, though, I mean, let me actually do this the way that I want, is maybe I want 2 naval factories working on destroyers. What I really want is more light cruisers. We're very low on light cruisers and heavy cruisers. So let's go back over here and see if we can't get some more direction. Fight their way.
Abortire!
Do something like this. Maybe cut them off. They got to be close to... Well, if we can get Barcelona, they're probably going to capitulate. Anyway, back to the whole concept here of Yugoslavia. We might... Now, let me see. The thing is, you get Albanian occupation. Does not matter if we're at war with Yugoslavia or not. So we want to get claims on Yugoslavia, go to war with Yugoslavia, then get Albanian occupation. Because if you get Albanian occupation, they're going to have a bunch of guys on this border, and we can't just completely surround all of them at that border, which would be bad. Okay, Industrial Operation 2. We're going for the extra research slot. Then we're immediately going for Mare Nostrum and Army Primacy, and we're going to look from there. Italian Highways actually will speed up our construction in the capital. And we've gotten so many extra factories now that we probably finished on towed artillery. Let's get a little bit more there. Can we add fighters? No, of course we can't add fighters. That would be too obvious. Well, one of the things you can always stock up on is extra support equipment, because you only ever make one kind of support equipment the entire game. So if you got extra slots, make extra support equipment, and then later on, when you desperately need factories and you have a large surplus of support equipment, you can take factories off of support equipment and put it in the place that you really need it. That is another hot tip coming at you. We are very low on steel now. We have so many factories producing things. That's problematic. And tungsten? Oh my god. It sucks to be the king. Alright, we want to get the Grand Battle Plan expert. So now, when we have another research slot available, we'll start moving our way down the Grand Battle Plan doctrine. Where's my other one? Let's take over this naval facility and then work our way towards that one. See if we can't cut these guys off from supplies, although there's a naval facility way over there. We'll have that be this guy's job. Oh, get out of the fight.
Avanzate!
There we go. Oh, that's ours, actually. That naval base is already ours. So let's have him go... Nope.
Avanzate!
There. So one of ours is going to take this naval base, the other one's going to take that naval base, and those guys in the middle will get cut off. Okay. Meanwhile...
Si, signore!
These guys have not yet built up. Alright.
Ordini?
Let's get a spearhead at this point. And actually, let's make it even smaller. Let's make it straight to this point. Yep, that's what we want them to do. And then the panzers,
si, signore.
Their job is going to be to spearhead to this point. but we want them to use... Yes, okay, good. Okay, good. Thank you. There we go. As high up as possible. We want to catch their other units here in a pocket, if possible. Alright, let's check out what we have for research now. We know we wanted to get air units, fighters specifically, regular fighters, because, damn, we have the crappiest of crappy fighters. We also don't even have regular naval bombers. If we wanted to get control of the sea, we don't have a good way of doing that. But let's start with increasing our battle plan situation. And then we could improve our armor. Or, nope, Artillery 2 is still a ways away. Let's start researching better quality armor, because that light armor is just awful. And to that effect, before it finishes, we're going to want to choose a tank designer. Fiat as our tank designer. Gives us slightly more reliability and lower time. Not so bad. Alright. Back to forward. Let's see if this strategy is playing out as we had hoped. We're about to take that naval base. Alright, and we're about to get 2 new Alpine divisions.
Attento!
Alright. Nope, so we want them in going. There we go. Oops, I don't know what I just clicked on. I was trying to click on the map, and it popped up and gave me some kind of information. Okay, that was interesting. Let's see. So we're gonna need to maybe make the field marshal in charge of those guys. I'm not sure. Because we also want these guys to have some basic artillery support at the very least, right? I mean, we don't have anything else to put here. So we might as well give that to them. And they need more infantry in their thing, obviously. And we could just do an 8-2 situation here. I don't have the ability to save that, so we'll just do that. Again, problem with our artillery being so far behind. Next factory will go there. And we're working on... Let's see, what can we get more of efficiently? We can get more steel efficiently. And we can get that from our friends the Spanish. We want them to have... Jesus Christ, that's a lot of factories to give up for that. But that'll help our construction of new things quite a bit. And here we come back to this. Let's get another... No, I wanted that to happen after. Damn it. Okay, well, let's let that finish and then we'll do it.
Si, signore!
Where's our armor unit? No, what are you doing? Didn't I tell
Si,
you to
signore!
take this
Avanzate!
here?
Pronto!
Army here. Yeah, again, we can see that it doesn't actually help the general at all at this point.
Avanzate!
Alright, so we got that
Pronto, signore!
situation there. Trying to come at him from a slightly different direction. Wow, there's been a lot of chat. I'm sorry, I haven't been keeping up over here. I've been too absorbed. I don't play the Kaiserreich mod. I have not looked into it deeply, but I have a pretty significant gut feeling that it's not very well balanced at the moment. It takes years to make a mod like that at the standard pace that those people make it. So while it might be fun for a lark, I don't think I'd like it. Not to say that the base game is all that well balanced, but, you know. Italy does not have battleship art. I'm telling you, Krupsteel, the only thing that I put in here is the UI enhancement I'm playing with achievements on, even. Oh, I guess the art wouldn't really give us any concept of how that works. Okay, but we've got a new option for doctrines. I think we want to go down naval doctrines too, because if you wait too long on that, you're going to run into problems. But, as I mentioned, we need military police. And we got our guy here, so we just have to wait for another 50... can we get war economy yet? No, we're not there. Not yet. Maybe when the Spain surrenders, we'll be at that position to get war economy.
Avanti!
Alright. So this is slowly wrapping up here. France has to not exist in order for the Spanish-Italian alliance to occur. Okay, good. We just finished one more naval. Let's keep going down this track. I want all my naval units that I can produce to be much improved. So we got Light Cruiser 2 as the brand new thing that just appeared. So I want this to get all the new stuff. And I want it to produce light cruisers indefinitely to go into the main fleet. And we'll get a few destroyers. We have lots of destroyers. Even if they're crappy destroyer 1s, we still have a lot of them. So that's okay. Short on heavy cruisers as well. Alright, so our construction tree is still working its thing. This is maxed out. We're going to get a bunch of new dockyards coming soon from this. 4 new dockyards to be exact, which is great. Let's check our training. We've got some new Alpine divisions that can come and join this spearhead formation. And we're going to need more of those, so let's add one more unit growing here, and that just hurts our deficit even more. We need more military factories, and that's coming up right on the list here. But even more importantly, we need more resources to help. Tungsten is low. Now this production line uses 2 units of tungsten despite the fact that it's using 5... Oh, it's using 2. It's missing 3. I see. Do we have enough? Yeah, we could probably start to adjust this. Okay. Because changing them actually is the same cost, isn't it? If we were to change this to motorized, it still gives us the 5. Well, that's just a weirdly laid out division, but that's okay. Can't add the next 5, so we'll just have to wait for the continued pressure.
Andiamo!
And experience coming from this. Alright, unpause. And what do we want this division to have more of? Artillery, of course. It needs more artillery. It could also use some anti-tank eventually. Probably doesn't need it against Yugoslavia. They still have 30 divisions. They're growing theirs a little bit faster than we want them to. Let's start training this Panzer Division situation. Even though it's going to be terrible, we need to start it. And we're going to have them join the training army when they're done as well. Where do we sit as far as light tanks is concerned? We have a small surplus. Let's get a second factory on that when we get the opportunity. Speed things up a little bit. And I would kind of like to increase this, but you know, it is what it is. Now, I didn't actually give, and I should give, a general attack order for this main force so that they can get planning bonuses as well.
Formazione!
Now they're getting all their planning bonuses. That's good. Oops. Flying around over here. Trying to see the chat, sorry. I didn't think the Field Marshal Edition was worthwhile, honestly. I'm going to grab Albania through the focus, because it doesn't make sense to do it through conquest if you can get it through the focus. The other thing to consider is if you put... the way I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to trap all the Yugoslavian forces on this front. And the way that I can do that is by pushing forward here. But if I take Albania, they might fortify this front more, which means I have more guys to deal with when I'm going for the capital later. I'm hoping to surround these guys rather than fight them too much. It'll be a faster, more efficient conquest. Oh man, now we're going to send these guys to Barcelona. Missed that opportunity. Okay, let's pause it for a second. We are at the 150 mark. Do we wait and hope that this peace gets us over the threshold to go to war economy? Military factory construction fee. It gives us back 5% consumer goods. It increases the production speed of military factories. Those are the two big things it does. Right now, we're paying 12 to consumer goods. So 5% of that, maybe we get 1 back? Although actually, it's percentage of your overall factory numbers, right? And we have 56. So 5% of that is actually 2 or 3, maybe. Probably 2. Yeah, it could be 3 because it's 56. So, yeah, that's actually a decent consideration. I also thought that I was going to maybe do the fiat before our tank design is done. 82 days. And we get 1 per day with the current research. But all that fiat does is speed up the time and increase the reliability a teeny bit. It would increase the reliability of all of our light tanks versus pretty significant increase in military factory and the number of construction. I think we're going to wait. We're just going to wait a little bit on our political power. Barcelona is going to fall soon. We got all our forces bent on that task at the moment. And we still need to add 1 more light tank to this division for it to be at all useful. And we need to replace those. We need 10 more XP for that purpose. We'll get some out of this. Okay, Mare Nostrum, fantastic. So, now we get a lot more open up possibilities. Before we had to do things. Oh my god, we gotta do it! Now, claims in Yugoslavia could be valuable, but I don't think we're ready to attack them just yet. Italian highways speeds up the construction speed in all of our main territories. Fortification effort, definitely not necessary yet. It also leads towards oil and frees up more construction options for us. Modernized artillery helps us research artillery. Army primacy gives us 2 military factory slots. At the moment, though, we can make a lot of military factories. Our problem appears to be more or less in the amount of resources we have, which means we need more civilian factories to pay for those resources. So let's go down Italian highways to oil. Because right now we're trading away a bunch of civilian factories. We have 24. How many are we trading away here? We're trading away a bunch. We got a decent amount of convoys, too. We're trading 5 away, unfortunately. We get 2 from trade, so 2 people are taking our resources, which is good. Alright, so this is increasing by our guy. That's good. Now, one of these, the Grand Battle Plan, just has to keep going down there. So one of our research slots is basically dedicated towards our land doctrine. Another one is basically dedicated towards all naval things. Another one's dedicated towards air things. And then we got a little flexibility on the other 2 is where it comes down to. We're attacking across this river, and it's not good. And we don't have an extended width. Why is that? Close quarters defense, close quarters attack. We should be attacking from another direction against these guys.
Avanzate!
Panzers. Open that up. There we go. Now it's 120. That's much better. Although we're actually only using 27, because, wow, that's really bad. We have radio, so our guy is ready to reinforce. There it goes. Nope, he's not reinforcing for some reason. Fill the damn width! You've only got 32 width! Use more of it! Jesus. There we go. Our mountain division just jumped in, and there goes our armor division. So, I say armor division. I mean, let's look at the thing. That's not much armor when it comes down to it. I only have those 2 quote-unquote armor divisions anyway. So let's add a second unit here to get produced. So that way we'll have a total of at least 5. Ooh, 5 for our armored division. Would it be a corps? Or army? Barcelona's the last thing it's holding out against the enemies. And I'm helping. Alright, so that's going to pop in a second. We have a bunch of guys training. They're actually full up now. So let's send him to this. And let's see, what else do we have there? We should have sent the other guy over here also. Now we've got these 3. I got to keep 1 in it, but the other 2 might form a new army. And, yeah. The West Alpine Army, no. The West Alpine Army actually needs a commander. We don't want to use the old guard guy. So we'll get a new general. There it is. Okay, we'll have to take a look at that in a second. So we brought back the general that got 0%. Oh, he got 6%. Okay. So we'll give that general, I'm sorry, the Alpine Army that had a little bit of hill benefits there. Hill fighter. Where are our others, right? This is our...
Pronto, signore.
First armored army. That guy's our...
Formazione.
Other guy.
Pronto all'azione.
These guys are both level 1s. They're not great.
Pronto, signore.
Ah, that's right. This guy is our Trickster Mountaineer. I think he's actually the one we want leading the West Alpine Army, right? Yeah. We want Sebastiano leading this army. Where is he? There he is. That's our elite guy. The main 24 Division army here...
Pronto, signore.
They'll get a new-ish guy, the guy that was in Spain. He'll learn more leading them. Now, we've got this other army. This is going to be... We had the Yugoslavian Assault Army in the north here, right? The Balkan Army 1. This will be Balkan Army 2. When I give them generic names like that, it's because they don't have a real purpose other than just be infantry things to hold up the line. Alright, so these 2 guys, at the moment, where are they going? Oh, you know what this needs to be? It could be a coastal defense army, but I'm not sure we need that yet. Let's just put them here. And the reason they're going to go there is to hold this port. We're going to make sure we don't lose that port. Their job as those 2 infantry divisions, their job is just to hold the port. They're not going anywhere else. I could also build up this naval base 1 step. And how much time does it cost us? 5th of June. It costs us an entire month to make that a thing. But something tells me we're going to need to. Let's do that right after the construction of the civilian factory here. Now, what happened? This is interesting. They've changed something significantly because the Peace Treaty of Madrid used to generate like 17% world tension. Or it used to boost it up to about 17. It used to generate 13%. So there's all kinds of changes I'm noticing that were not really built in to any of the patch notes that I saw. I searched for tension in the patch notes completely. Now he's got 49 divisions here, but you know these guys, that's 49, like, tiny, tiny divisions, right? That's ridiculously small. The AI makes super small divisions, and it lags the game a lot. All right, volunteer forces are on their way back. We wanted to see if we could change our government to war economy, and we cannot, because we still don't have that world tension situation. So, we can get the armor designer that we wanted to. And we'll see about the next one being one of those war industrialists or something like that. The end of the Spanish Civil War. Yeah. Now, What are they building at this point? Army modernization. Where's that? I don't see it. Oh, way over here. Okay. That's not getting us any factories. You fool! I'm playing on normal difficulty. Everybody tells me that my voice sounds like Tom Hanks. I just don't hear it. I just don't. The Hindenburg disaster. Oh, the humanity! Alright. So, we're actually really far behind on artillery here. Can we get another 2 factories working on that? That would be great. And part of this is the more factories we have working on this, the more tungsten we're going to need. Ugh. They're back. And we could get tungsten from Portugal. I'm not afraid of giving Portugal a factory. Alright, so that is what it is. Italian highways is almost done. Speeding this up a little bit. You know what we're going to do? We're going to say the African theater is low priority right now and make sure that any and all... I mean, we've only got, what, 6 divisions down there? Why do we have 6 divisions down there? Army 1.
Pronto.
Army 1.
Pronto.
What is this Army 1? Oh, this is the one that came back. Okay, so it's actually going to join here. And then we're going to find a place for it, which is actually going to be here.
Pronto all'azione.
And this one will be here.
Sì, signore.
Si, signore. Yes, indeed. We're building a bunch of these nice mountain divisions, and I think we determined that they have an adequate number of artillery. It's not a great number, but it's an adequate number. Just adequate. And did we finish our MP research? Nope, that's still coming. We're going to get level 2 tanks coming over here soon. Yeah, we desperately need more military factories and resources. We're short on oil, rubber, and steel. The good news is that, if I remember my buttons correctly, we get a decent amount of steel from Yugoslavia, right? We get 4 steel. So I guess I'm wrong. We do not get a decent amount of steel from Yugoslavia. You can get some from Greece. Lots of resources in Greece. Okay. Alright, so we gotta choose the next option here. So we finished that light tank design. We got our radio, we needed that. We are in 37, so we can consider this production efficiency cap to go up, or straight up factory output, which is actually just better. This one's going to increase our factory output faster. So we're going to get that first, now that we're in 37. Meanwhile, let's get prospecting for oil. Getting an extra 8 saves us a factory. And we got to optimize... we need to change out our light tanks. So I guess you can't go from converting a light tank 1 to a light tank 2. I thought you could. They don't have the checkbox here for the concept of converting the old hulls. Alright, less than a year now, though. So it's 1937. What's the date? Okay, this is also good. We needed that research done. So now that we've got all the decent research here that we're going to get for these single seats, do we want to get a tactical bomber? I don't think so. I don't think we want any of these. Heavy fighters can be good, but I think we're going to need carrier-based fighters and things eventually soon. But let's get an air doctrine picked here. I think battlefield support is going to be the most valuable to us. So it's variants only, huh? So you can only revitalize light tank 1s into tank destroyer 2s or something to that effect? That's too bad. But it's probably more accurate than you would think. Fighter detection, air support mission efficiency, and ground support. So, yeah, I don't think I can afford to spend something there. Ugh, that's a hard choice. We could go for the other industrial here, or construction. Yeah, I think we have to go for construction. I know I said that slot was going to be more or less locked into air, but I don't think I can afford to do that air locking in. I have to do it with naval, though. So how's this situation? We still haven't... Oh, God, we are so short on resources for all of these things. This Battleship 2... Why do I have a Battleship 2 here? Huh. I don't remember doing it like that. Okay, either way. This one's going to be done soon-ish, but it's so far behind in steel. Battleship 2's all the way down. And then we have the Destroyer 2, which will get some extra later. Light cruisers pumping out 1.23 a year, and that's kind of what I felt like I needed. This will be done soon, and then a lot of those resources we consumed over there. Okay. We're going to get 8 oil. That'll help a lot. I can't afford to buy a new thing on steel. So let's do that. At some point, I have to look into a refinery situation. Alright, so we've got 9 army experience. What else can we change out here? Can we change out... Oh no, she disappears. Can we change out this? We can change out it once. How far are we on motorized? We have plenty of motorized right now, for the moment. And our light tank division just barely has some armor. It doesn't have a lot. Doesn't have a lot because these light tanks are not great. We do want to add fighters to the list here. I feel like this interface could use a lot of improving. Yeah, so I just need a lot of factories to improve this. And therefore I need resources. And therefore, Yugoslavia, you must die. Because where else am I going to get those? Oops, and that's not what I wanted. Oh, you know, I could do the extraction researches. Resource gain efficiency. That will give me a bunch of extra steel for the most part. That might have to be next on the list. But yeah, there's just not a lot of steel anywhere else, except maybe over in Czechoslovakia has a decent amount. Of course, Germany has gobs of it. And France. When we take France, hopefully, we take at least this corner of France, though I'd like to go all the way to the coast here, basically, to get access to the extra... No, you know what? Going all the way to the coast opens me up to naval invasions over here. I don't want that. I just want the southern part of France. Germany can have the other. Alright, here we are. New research available. Slot opened up. And I determined that I wanted to get something like that. Alright, our naval situation is now considerably better. Here's the question. Do we go for aircraft carriers? If we do, it's going to take a long time. And we do have the ability to get 2 50% research bonuses for them. So it might be worthwhile to wait just a little bit longer. No, actually, that would be for 1940. So let's not wait. Let's get this one, and then we'll use the other 2 research bonuses here. So we'll get Prime Super Aircraft Carrier Amazingness. Yeah, that's how you say that. Sure. I'm making it happen. Historical focuses are on, I believe, though actually I don't remember. when I set it up.
Pronto all'azione.
Alright, we got one more. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, it went up to 16 because I increased the naval base there, which is exactly what I wanted to do, as it turns out. So that I could fit an extra few mountain divisions over there. And what else do we have? A regular division can go over and join that one. We've got generals for everybody. We might just be waiting on these 2 tank divisions to come out and join the party. Prospecting for oil is done. And our grand battle plan is done. 2 good things. So, do we keep going down? Libyan infrastructure could be valuable. Libyan refineries. Synthetic refineries would get us some rubber, which we do also desperately need. So let's do that. And we're getting another factory there. We decided we wanted to keep going down this. All infantry and motorized mechanized units get bonus organization, which is great. And, wow, everybody gets breakthrough 10%. We definitely want to get to that before we start, if we can. So I'm thinking summer of 38, guys, for the Yugoslavian invasion. Shortly after that, we can look at hitting maybe Hungary. They have a lot of aluminum. Really a lot of aluminum. And even though we are going to get quite a lot from Yugoslavia, we have 65 right now. We're exporting not huge amounts of things. Alright, when Construction 2 is done, I want to go back and grab Excavation 1. It's like, man, I don't have time for this. 38 is rolling around pretty soon. Yeah, spring of 38, we're going to try to make our move. Because that will allow us to get a few more Panzer divisions out and hopefully fix our massive, crippling loss here. Especially on tanks. And we finished. Heavy cruisers need to be added to the pile here. So how many do we have total? We have 16. So I think I want 3, 5, that, and then whatever we have left over, we'll use on a main choice. But that also means we need a lot more naval dockyards, which is disappointing. It's going to take a long time to build aircraft carriers at this point. But if we can get 4 of them for our main fleet, that's all we need. We don't need a big fleet. We're not going to leave outside of Gibraltar. We're just going to stay here in the Axis Lake, or the Roman Lake, so to speak. Okay. So after Libyan refineries, we're going to have maybe modernized artillery, because we're getting to the point where we can research better... We can definitely get interwar artillery and get closer, maybe with a 50% discount, we could get to this here and start getting level 2. We could also research some anti-tank. Anschluss hasn't happened yet for some reason, you say. Well, it's only October of 37. The AI is not going to do Anschluss by this point. Oh, it says they can do it. Might have just gotten the ability and they have to wait until tactical air effort is finished. I don't know. That's actually a good point. Anschluss probably should have happened by now. So you're saying we should invade Austria, is that what you're saying? Instead, abort current plans and send all our mountaineers into Austria? What do they have for resources? Not much, but damn do they have a lot of factories. We know that they did, like, construction efforts, at least some of them. What are they doing army effort for? And I mean, they don't have a lot of divisions. It might be worth it. Do you think we should risk getting into trouble with the Germans? We'll get steel. Steel is coming. France has lots of steel. Besides, the aircraft carrier requires a lot less steel than a battleship does, right? This requires 4. Aircraft carrier. Oh, aircraft carrier also requires 4. Today I learned. But yeah, we're gonna get. We're gonna look at taking Austria, which would really. I mean, this is all mountainous, right? That would really benefit from our goal of getting all these mountain divisions. All right, let's take a moment and see if we have enough. We can put the MP here. Now, we can't get rid of the other cavalry, which is a disappointing situation. But I think 4 might be okay. So let's start... Oops. Okay, so we'll rename them and start producing those guys too. And we'll build them in Venice for some reason. Okay. So we're training some of them. We've got enough to get a new guy. I think we want the war industrialist. Military factory and dockyard construction increases. And we've got choices. Army primacy to get more military factories, yes. We gotta pay off some more steel here. I hate to get rid of more of the factories. Take it from Germany? No, let's take it from Sweden. 2 factories? Gotta do it. Gotta do it. It's just, we're listing so much steel. We have plenty of oil now, so that's good news. We can actually go back on at least 1 factory of oil. There we go. That'll help. Okay, let's look. Vienna's way over here. That's the key to beating it. And we have 10 mountain divisions across our entire army. Is that all we got? We got the ones training right now, but I think that's really all we have is 10 mountain divisions. But they only have 10 divisions total. So maybe these highly trained mountain... Oh, we actually have some... We changed up the divisions, so those guys aren't great. Okay. No, I'm not using any mods at the moment, except the UI mod. So let's see. I could try to have our armor do like a spearhead move for Graz along the lowest country here. And then our main army also would need to have this here. And their main situation would just be like, hey, also go there. Let's actually extend this here. Ah, crap. Son of a bitch. I screwed it up.
Ordini?
Alright, so these guys, we need to build a new one. There we go. We need to give them the general that they deserve. The one from Spain. Okay. And, in fact, let's see if we don't have the mountain divisions just kind of trudge right through the mountains towards the capital, because that's what's going to win the battle, if we can do it. Alright, everybody scatter! Scatter!
Formazione!
And let's see, we have a few more mountain divisions that are ready to join. That makes the total 12.
Formazione!
And we have an extra armor division. It's still in training. We'll leave those guys in training for now. No, you know what? Let's take those mountain divisions out. These ones are pretty close to being done. Once these guys hit... I think they're going to stay on maximum planning bonus here. That's good. It's November. We don't want to attack until spring. We want to get rid of this whole problem with the weather. But then we'll do it. Hopefully Germany's still on tactical air effort. If they go to Anschluss, I think we'll still have time in the spring to start the attack. I don't know. Actually, you know what? That's a good question. If we check out Anschluss, does it have a... It doesn't have a requirement. It doesn't have a requirement for Austria to exist. But presumably, if they fire it when Austria doesn't exist, it's kind of a problem. Alright, so what do you think? March? Let's get our Air Force here. As close as we can. Have we yet started producing fighters? We haven't. We still need way more factories. Jesus. We can do less support equipment now. I think we're okay on support equipment. What is this being held up by? Not enough light tanks. So let's start just going for more. Alright, now these guys are actually all going to go for the Alpine region, and they're all going to do their normal thing. Unfortunately, we have crappy fighters, and not great close air support either. Can we make another 50 of close air support? Do we have enough? Wow, we actually have a lot of close air support. Okay, that's great. So, let's make... No, not move all equipment. I just want one. There we go. Close air support. We're going to make it at 50. Boom. I wish we could set a default for this. It should just always be normal operations. Alright. So we can definitely make a lot more close air support divisions. We don't have another air base to fly them out of for this particular situation, but I think we'll be fine. Are you saying, really, Germany will actually anschluss Austria even if they don't own it? Is that true? Oh, we're at the 15%. Okay, that's what I thought, Strizel. We'll see how this goes. I might just make an enemy for life, and it'll be a very short stream. So, we'll see. I do remember in the stream before the game came out, when they were playing Hungary, they took over Austria, and Germany wasn't able to Anschluss because they did it early enough. Uh-oh, there it is. So we're not going to have a lot of time. 64 days left. All right. Well, then we got to start this war, don't we? Do we have any ability to start this war? We can't declare war. We haven't even done the justification, so never mind. Abandon the plan. Back to the original plan, everybody. Back to the original plan. This ain't going to work. We don't have the justification. Next up, by the way, is going to be justification of war on Yugoslavia. I forgot this is an EU4. You can't just declare war on whoever you want, whenever you want.
Pronto all'azione.
So yeah, that's a thing. Alright, so now we're going to do this border again and say that your job is to take it from here. And I like that they're going south because I need them to take this port right away. It's kind of important. So that's exactly where I want them to be. Alright, back to your places, everyone. It was a little earlier than I'd hoped that they got the Anschluss, and I forgot to get... Because if I was to try to justify a war goal, it would take, like, way too long. Way too long. If I wanted to do that, it had to be earlier. But this is a safer option. I'm not going to piss off Germany by saying no. Western Balkans. Oh, they're moving through it. They're going to get out of it, though. Oh, down here, huh? Is that really a situation? We got too many? Alright. I could add one more naval base there. Move it to the top. Get it done quick. Oh, God, 13. That's all we have. I need that war economy. That's for sure. Alright, never mind. Let's do that. Alright, improved machine tools is great. We got a bunch of things. So we were going to do excavation to get more resources, especially steel. And, hang on, what's the other research that we're going to come on here? So we already got prepared defense going. What are we going to need before war breaks out? We're going to definitely want these subtle improvements to our fighting capabilities. And when we finish construction, we have to get the other option there. Alright, here it comes. The top one we're going to use to get improved infantry equipment 1, I think, because we're just about in 38. And this one, we could use it to just get this research. I think we're going to do that instead of another naval option for now. 16, not enough. We don't want to build the Carrier 1. We want to wait and get a Carrier 3 later.
Attento! Pronto!
Alright, so now, did I not have a couple more? There's an armored division. This one's still waiting on more light tanks. I'm trying, man. It's coming. The next military factory's going to you. Oh god, they're so far away. Let's do that. Oh man. Alright, so summer of 38 for the invasion of Yugoslavia instead. We're going to get 2 free factories there, actually, which will get us 2 more light tank productions. Excellent. So our limitations will be improved, yes, before the end of spring for that, and way later for this. But that's including completely replacing them out. Okay. Request sale of airplanes. What do we get? Consumer goods factories. For only 180 days. That's not much. Divert fighter production. Yeah, 180 days is not worth it. Plus, we're planning to invade you, so no, you're not giving you crap. Alright, and we wanted claims on Yugoslavia. Boom. And with those claims, we would justify a war goal much faster. It wouldn't be a conquest war goal either, so we would raise the tension more slowly. I need political power while this is still above 16%, above 15%, so I can switch to war economy. And Japan has started its invasion of China. You know, looking at this, it looks like this is the Japanese homeland and this is all colonized. Because they put the name over here. Like, there's no name. Oh, it's over there. It's like way up there. Alright. No, I want to drag this up to there. There we go. And I want to delete this border. There we go. Yep. I mean, this 14 divisions only has to go like 3 provinces here. And the armor just has to get to here, and hopefully that traps these guys in the bubble.
Pronto all'azione.
And the 24, I'm actually not going to have them go forward. Yeah, so that happened. There's not much to get in Czechoslovakia. I'm going to try to get Hungary. And while, man, I really would like to get Romania, the other thing that Romania opens me up to is Soviet Union pressure. And I kind of think that getting the oil in the Middle East would be better. Wow, we get 18 total from the 2 focuses down here. That's a lot. I love it. I'm at 0 oil, actually, right now, as far as construction is concerned. Can't give away any more factories. I'm barely producing anything as it is. So we modify our government. Huzzah! To war economy. More factories. Huzzah! There we go. We gained 3. 3 factories. Woo! Alright. So we're getting into February. Claims are coming hard and fast. After the claims, we could go down befriending Bulgaria. Bulgaria doesn't have much anyway, especially not in terms of resources. And factories is probably not that big either. Besides, we befriend them, then we conquer them later. Yeah, exactly. And we go after Greece. Light ship effort gives us... Man, this is not how you should write this. It should just be 50% bonus for destroyers, or 50% bonus for light cruisers. Like, I've done that mod. It's not hard, and it doesn't change much. Alright, we want actually to have all these guys over here, doing the same missions. And I'll move them forward if we can capture an airfield, but I don't think we will be able to, because I don't see one up here. So most of these guys aren't going to be in range, which is disappointing. I could have my tactical, like old tactical bombers help, but I don't think it's worthwhile. There's our claims on Yugoslavia, so we're now going to justify the war goal to take claimed state. This lowers the cost and therefore the things later on, so let's do that, I guess. 115 days from there. That's going to be out of... Summer's going to be over. Let's just do one. Meanwhile, back at home base, let's get modernized artillery or air innovations. Or a little infrastructure in Libya. Wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. Infrastructure, just building speed in general. No, it doesn't include construction of factories. That's interesting. Suppress our subjects. Yeah, we don't have a faction yet, so that's not useful at all. Alright. I'm looking. We could occupy Albania. But again, we wanted to kind of do that after. Can't do this, because France has to be gone. We want the carrier effort, right? So we can get our better carriers. There we go. We don't want to build carriers until they're carrier 3s. If we're going to wait this long to build carriers, we might as well build the best ones. Yugoslavia didn't join the Allies. No, of course not. It's too early. They're in no faction. It's only 34%. I think 40% might be necessary. And we added 5.5% by justifying. That's a higher number than I remember it being. What's Germany doing now? They're not doing Sudetenland, which would drive things up. I feel like I have so many factories all of a sudden. I have more than 15. It's amazing. Alright, so what are we going to get finished? We're going to get finished prepared defense, which is good. That gives us all plus 10 organization for all our forces. We're also going to finish this... I mean, we're taking attrition over here, which is bad. But that's why we're increasing the naval base right now. Is it going to be enough? Maybe. Maybe it will. We'll see. Alright, still speed 4. The next research option we're going to get is to go to Grand Assault, right? We gotta keep driving down that main land doctrine. We're going to have to fight on it soon enough. Computer machine's going to go flip back and do naval doctrine for us instead, especially since we have some discounts on it. Improved infantry equipment could go directly to Infantry 2. I'm not sure we can benefit from that as much, though, because we desperately need more factories, and infantry equipment 2 costs more to make. I mean, if I remember looking here, well, we have 11,000. I guess we could afford to start switching over to Infantry 2. Let's see, look what we're deploying now. 16 combat with division. This really is kind of, I mean, we have enough to fill it out at least a little bit. Give it 1 artillery. So it's not completely useless. So there, we just dug ourselves into a deeper hole vis-a-vis artillery. So let's take 2 off of infantry equipment and add it to artillery production. And we have enough tungsten for some reason. I guess it's because we did that trade. Alright, so prepared defense is going to go straight into grand assault. It's going to take a long time, but it's doing it. th of June is our launch date. I know. Oh, Jesus. Oh, because I made those bigger. Alright, the future belongs to Italy. Alright, so what I'm going to do actually is take one of these 3 and just go here with that group so that they're no longer... I'll move them over again as needed. Support weapons 1 is finished. Let's immediately go to support weapons 2. There's at least 2 strongish divisions defending that port, which is the key. So yeah, we're looking to trap all of these divisions here and just destroy them. We'll see how well this works out. Okay. New possibilities here. We're almost in 39. That's a pretty big penalty, though. New type of options as far as this is concerned. Field hospital. We could use a field hospital, honestly, because the Italians don't have a lot of manpower. Let me look around a little bit, make sure I'm not missing anything. We're already working on this. 39 is a little far away. We can move down to there with the other one. As far as air is concerned, we're going towards that carrier. I kind of want carrier airplanes to start becoming a thing. But let's get battlefield support doctrine to help our cats be all that they can be. It's going to take a little bit, but we'll make it happen. And, good news.
Ordini.
They're officially going to be added to this, but
Pronto all'azione.
I'm going to put them over... Nope, 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 not you.
Pronto. Attento.
No, don't go over there now. I told you not to.
Attento.
No, cancel. Cancel your job.
Ordini.
Why doesn't H work? There we go.
Si, signore.
All right. Everybody stop. There we go. What I was trying to
signore.
do
Comandi.
is right-click on this, and then click on here. Aha, there we go. So they're ready to go reinforce this as needed, but right now they can't afford it with the current amount of supplies going through there. And I don't have the ability to do any further. So, we're getting another naval dockyard, which is going to help a little bit here. We're almost done with these 2 battleships. Once that's done, we'll just be working on heavy cruisers, destroyers, and light cruisers to fill out our fleet. And that should actually give us back some of our steel requirements. Just a little bit.
Pronto.
Alright, and let's send
Attento.
both of these guys...
Si, signore.
Oops, I grabbed the wrong thing again. It's so unintuitive that right-clicking with control selects and left-clicking assigns. It should be the other way around, but whatever. I just want them to have a nice, high
Attento.
planning bonus when this kicks off. In a little over a month. Alright, so what's the next option here? An industrial concern or materials concern, better infantry equipment. Yeah, I don't know if that's worth spending our political power on at the moment. However, ship designer. Oh god, all it does is reduce cost. It doesn't improve the ships at all. That's awful. That's really awful. Well, we got plenty of time to get the air in there. We probably want to get a chief of army, since this is all going to be that. So we could increase division recovery rates. Kind of nice. Division speed or division defense. I think I like the recovery rate situation here. But we also have options here. We have an expert in tactical bombing. That's not going to be terribly helpful. Cavalry. Oh, great. Oh, goody. Yugoslavian Air Force is currently holding trials for a new light fighter. Formal request from Yugoslavian government. Gains free license when dealing with Yugoslavia. We can't risk any leaks. That's clearly the option. Ground support plus 15%. That's actually pretty good as far as the options we got here go. No, infantry specialist is the first one we should choose. But we're a ways away from that, unfortunately. Unassigned divisions. Ah, here we go. Excellent.
Pronto,
They
signore.
are going to join their own specialty division, and we have a special star just for these guys. And this will be... Oops, I always forget to turn that off. Occupation Squad. And they don't even need a general, so we're just going to be fine with them being what they are. And, yeah, it's going to take a while for them to pop out more units. So, still no faction for Yugoslavia. We don't have a focus, and right now I think we hold off so that we can get more political...
Comandi.
Alright, less than a month away, and then we're invading Yugoslavia, and we'll see where the things
Si,
take
signore.
us from there. Another... We want to move over into our special Alpine army
Avanzate!
and locate there. Alright, political power is getting closer. Normal difficulty, but I've decided not to team up with Germany, so I'm basically making it my own difficulty. Do start the war. I'll start the Albanian occupation ultimatum. This is, I don't think I have any more room in this. No, I'm at max capacity there. There are no air bases that I can see in Yugoslavia, so I don't know why they're bothering with all these air trials and planes and stuff. Do they even have an air force? They got 170 planes. What's my fighter reserve look like? 0, because we're still not making any. Jeez, that's a problem. We just started making fighters. There we go. There we go. That's much better. Let's start making fighters. Alright, so how did that affect our resources? We're still not pulling down enough resources. Ugh. I think we want to get excavation too. What are our other options here? Yeah, support artillery. Let's look at that. Here we go, guys. 30th is almost upon us. Let's see if this strategy will work. We're going to try to trap 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 14, 15, 16, about 16 divisions out of supply before we go on to Belgrade. There is a lot of stuff in this one. I've created a couple of good guides on my channel here if you want to check those out. It's under the Hearts of Iron 4 guide. I have a big playlist for it. Alright, we're declaring war! We don't have any allies. Take claim state. We're only going to increase the world tension by 3%. That's not bad. Alright, we're going to drop down to speed 2 while we try to execute this situation. So...
Pronto all'azione.
That's this guy, right? Yeah. Let's activate. And we're going to take the red guys. We're going to activate. And hopefully we're going to be able to micromanage with
Pronto all'azione.
other guys here are doing.
Pronto all'azione.
We're going to send 12 of them here and hope. Actually, you know what? No.
Avanzate!
We're going to have them go around and attack from that side, so we at least get a little more flanking going on.
Attento! Avanzate! Andiamo!
All right. So far, so good.
Pronto, signore!
Bringing over an extra division to keep defending this port, because they do have quite a bit going on here. Alright. Panzers are making their move. Good deal.
Ordini?
Send volunteers. Germany wants to send volunteers to us. I don't think so. We're going to do this just fine. And infantry specialist. Now that we have done that, I think we want to do the Albanian occupation. Get some extra factories that way as well. Alright, this is not... Ah, we finally broke out
Vi
there.
respingiamo,
Excellent.
signore!
I
Avanzate!
just want to make a slightly larger pocket here so that it's not quite as bad. And our armor is actually losing against these guys. Let's find out why. Oh, there's only one involved. The rest are fighting in a different direction. They're defending a counterattack. Okay. I need to take this port.
Avanti!
So once this battle is concluded, my other forces can flank around. They're losing all their organization for no significant advantage. Now here I'm a little concerned because the AI has just left this whole thing open.
Pronto all'azione! Formazione!
There we go. Okay, the AI is changing up the strategy a little bit here.
Pronto, signore!
Alright, so the mountain troops have achieved their objective. The armored forces, however, seem to be taking a little longer.
Attento!
Where's that unit going? Go up here.
Sì, signore! Avanzate!
Alright, we've got the port. And we actually have extra room now. Oh, hold on there. I forgot to bring our navy, and we lost one of these transports. I forgot that they might actually have a navy. So let's go here and do that, then. That's not good. Rookie mistake!
Comandi! Pronto, signore! Avanzate!
Alright, so we've gotten what we needed to do here. I kind of wish I had an extra spot there. This is a little bit thin for me, but these guys aren't going to be good at attacking, so should be okay. Oh no, we lost 3 convoys.
Ordini?
But we've got their forces here now. The main fleet has arrived and decided to actually support the combat, which is great. We love to see that happening. They keep counterattacking. not good. For them or for me.
Attento! Avanzate!
I mean, the armor's just having a hell of a time. I mean, these are hills, actually. It's hard to tell where the damn mountains are.
Ordini?
Oh, wait a minute. Why the hell did that extend all the way over there? I don't want it. I wanted you to go up top. Stupid armor concentration. That's not a spearhead. It's like, come on, guys. Just go this way. Instead, the infantry has succeeded at where you have failed.
Continuate ad avanzare!
They do have a lot of divisions there.
Pronto! Attento!
We won that against the submarine there.
Prendete la mira!
I mean, they can pierce our... They have piercing! Oh crap, they built anti-tank. So that's why our armor's kind of useless.
Pronto, signore! Ordini?
I like that it's shuffling for me here. This is all I needed to do.
Ordini? Attento! Pronto, signore! Avanzate!
Actually,
Andiamo!
once they win, let's do this.
Formazione!
We've almost got them cut off the way that I originally intended to. It just hasn't helped that our armor is too light and tiny and frail.
Formazione!
Alright, so these guys are all cut off now. That's good. Stream here, guys. I got some things going on, so I will talk to you later. Alright. We're gonna have to cut this